Hello to you all, and welcome to Pyramid Energy. As I was shuffling, I got the sense of something being gifted to you. I have Diamond Radiance in front of me, number 11. This is giving me clarity. This is giving me a clarity born of your resilience, okay? All the things that you have withstood, okay, through time, the things you've learned are now all going to be gifted back to you. It's got a sense of positive karma to it. These things are being given back to you in a transformed version. Partly transformed version of yourself, but also something that was meant to be revealed to you in divine timing after you had been through all the things you needed to go through in order for the mirror, okay, of who you are to be revealed to yourself. Okay, so this timing, the sense of timing is happening in the greater sense, as in like this is now the right time for this to come together, because you are now able to see yourself, appreciate all of the things you have been through and the clarity that this has brought you. Okay, so you are a mirror to yourself through your experiences, and you are a mirror to others because of the same. It's because you're able to now understand the value of this that you are being gifted with this transformation. I have 0202 on the clock, which is telling me that you are actually also sort of following breadcrumbs, okay, through time. You're following breadcrumbs and checking yourself with each step, taking each one of them in your stride, okay, and creating progress through each choice that you make through time. Time is coming up quite a lot here. The sense I'm getting is that everything is being revealed through time, through your patience, and through your ability, a newfound ability to respect time and also to trust it. Okay, so you no longer carry this belief that time is working against you, because you are in the moment and sharing what's being revealed in the moment. What's crossing you is wind movement. This gives me the sense that as you are finding yourself through the shifts in your environment, okay, you are within your environment. There are changes that happen and you can feel each and every change, okay? While trying to keep an open mind about the environment, it's constantly changing, okay? So you are susceptible to every touch and every move and every shift that takes place in your environment. This can result in hesitation, okay? And so what they're wanting you to see is that you are a diamond, okay? And it is through everything you've been through that you can rely on your ability to not crack or break, okay, or fall apart or be destabilized as these things touch you and move around you, okay? With the 11 and the 44, what they're actually telling me with this is, if you can choose to remember that you are a diamond, okay, to remember that irrespective of your environment, you radiate, okay, and you can withstand a lot. If you can make this choice constantly as you move through your life and your work, okay, and showing up, what will happen is that you will actually feel more sensitively and with more clarity everything that is coming towards you. The things that reach you are the things that you are meant to be a mirror of. Okay, so each touch, each sensation, each encounter, every thought is relevant. Okay, you can bring clarity to every single one of these. Whether you have to or not is really up to you. The truth is you don't have to. You don't have to show up for any of these, but they are all opportunities. What you need to do is get clear around where you want your diamond to show up. Okay, where do you want to use yourself as a diamond? A diamond doesn't want to find itself in the wrong hands, because in the wrong hands, its radiance, its clarity, its beauty, its value are lost. They are hidden. Okay, so you need to decide what environments you want to find yourself in. Okay, so you start by getting clear on what it is you want to achieve for yourself. This is not about other people as yet. Okay, for yourself, what is it that you want out of your experiences? Because once you get clear on that, like how you want to feel, what you want out of it, what you need out of it, okay, the things you've been yearning for, because remember, the diamond has value, okay, it's something that you can trade. It can be traded. As long as it doesn't, is not treated with carelessness, okay, it can be traded. It can even be borrowed, like you can lend it out. It's yours. You can lend it out. You can rent it out. Okay, it has value. And so the key thing here is, what do you want out of it? Because then the wind will support you. The wind will support you by allowing you to move and drift into the places that will give you the things that you want out of yourself. You just need to know in each moment, wherever you find yourself in time, you just need to know and be clear about what you want out of it. Okay, that becomes your anchor. Because then it doesn't matter what shifts around you and everything, because you're a diamond. You can literally survive under any circumstances. The challenge for you is in getting clear about what you want out of it. Okay, what value do you want out for what you put in? Okay, because wherever you are, you will always be putting that value in. In your recent past, I have cave initiation, number 4. I'm also noticing that we've got 11, we've got 44, and we've got the number 4 on its own. This is the way you've been feeling, okay? You've been working through feeling like you're working alone, feeling like you're feeling everything alone, and to what end, and to what result, okay? And so now you're coming into yourself, you're understanding what you're about way more than you could or did before. In your near future, I have honeybee community, which is really affirming what I've been saying around feeling supported within the spaces that you now find yourself in. You're no longer going to feel like you're working alone, and to what end. You, as you work, you are going to be able to, 1, enjoy your work, 2, see how your work multiplies, okay? Working in community, knowing your own role, knowing who you are and your purpose, working within the right community and understanding your role within that community will allow you to enjoy your work more and see its benefits, see like the provision that it actually is bringing out of you. And there's this sense of multiplying. There's definitely a sense of multiplying because you understand your purpose and your role within the community. Look at the numbers there. I've got 9, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4. It's like building, okay? A sense of independence within community, seeing things coming into fruition, understanding what it is you're building, how you're building it, okay? So things materializing through and the number 4, again, it's giving me this sense of touch and this sense of like your senses coming alive and understanding who you are, number 1, your uniqueness, your value, all of that, and your role, number 1, as you feel your way through this experience. So it's literally building as you feel your way through your experience, not getting caught up in the implications of your experience, the implications of your actions, the implications of your past. It is staying in the present, understanding who you are, and showing up with what you're made of, which is resilience, clarity, and beauty, and value. I'm hearing that nothing else matters. If you can stay clear on this, you are going to watch things materialize. Nothing else matters. The words I'm hearing are, when you know who you are in the room, you can become the room. Okay. This is giving me a sense of understanding who you are in space, creating space, holding space, influencing space, okay, and transforming space. As if literally there's nothing else that matters in that moment. When you are creating space, you have the ability to transform everything that is within that space. And so they're actually wanting you to recognize it's not so much your power, it's more your influence within your own spaces. That empowerment, that self-empowerment through realizing the value of your presence within the spaces you create means that nothing matters outside of that space in that moment. And it also means that what happens within that moment is controlled in the way that, it's you who's created it. And so you can actually create anything you want in that space as long as you don't sit and emphasize or place too much importance on the things that are not in your control in that space. You can't be outside of yourself while you are working with yourself, in yourself as the space. I'm trying to find the best way to put this. What I mean is, while you are in your container and creating space, making space, holding it, you need to be the space itself. You cannot be outside of it. You need to stay present inside the space that you've created, because that is the space where all your desires are being created, and they are not being created directly. They are being created by you, but with your gaze on your clarity, not with your gaze on all the factors outside of your container. Okay, so nothing else matters when you're in the space. Stay in the space while you're in the space. At the top of mind, I have tobacco, reciprocity. This is telling me that this is what you've really been wanting to feel. You want to feel like what you put in, you will get out. You want to feel that sense of return, okay? So when you breathe out, you want to know that you're going to be able to breathe in. As I said those words, what I was actually seeing was you don't want to feel suffocated by the places and the choices you've put yourself in and the choices you've made. So the places you've chosen and the choices you've made, you don't want to feel suffocated in those places. You want that feeling of reciprocity. You want that feeling like you're going to get back the time you've put in. You are not necessarily stuck on how it comes back, as long as it's aligned with your intentions. And actually sharing this with you, it sounds so obvious, but they're sharing it with you so that you understand the importance of getting clear on what it is you want out. That becomes like your value. The value, not in the sense of like your own sense of worth, but rather values, the things we can stand by, the things we can measure everything off, the things that we can stand with and that can lead us and give us a sense of direction that is aligned, okay? A value that you can hold. They're also telling me that you have no need to hold back. Nothing is too much for you, okay? And nothing is too much for others, okay? Nothing. This diamond messaging is saying so much. A diamond in the wrong hands cannot be appreciated. Does it stop shining based on its environment? No, it doesn't. What cannot recognize it doesn't need to. It only holds value to the beholder and those that are there to appreciate it. Anything that is in your midst, in your environment, that cannot appreciate you is literally of no consequence. And so there's this false belief that you have that what is in your environment can tend to determine your value. That is wrong. It's not right. I'm sorry to say this with such conviction, but we're leaning into literally the messaging of this, these are nature cards. And so if you're a diamond and that's where you are, that is what you are, irrespective of what's around you. So it's actually around your perspective and what you place value on and in as you show up. They're also speaking to me about polishing. I also saw 1616 on the timer, which is be willing to constantly be reshaping your perspective. They want you to shift your perspective at any point and reshape your perspective at any point. Okay, because how much you shine is really based on your perspective as well. A diamond, as you shift its position, or your perspective, okay, that determines like when or how the sparkle appears to you, right? So this is a lot about inspiration. How much you can inspire others is very much based on your perspective of yourself. Okay, so if you really want to keep yourself shining like a diamond, really lean into the idea that you can polish yourself at any point. Okay, and you are polished, okay, by removing false beliefs constantly. The things that land on your facade as movement takes place. I'm going back to this wind movement card. As there are movements around you, dust can tend to gather on your facade, and you can polish these off at any point if they don't align with your value or your values. In your subconscious, I have jasmine sensuality and I have butterfly regeneration. What this is revealing to me is that you are worried, okay, about the fact that you are constantly transforming. You tend to ask yourself whether you can continue while you're healing. You understand this in principle, okay? But you are in touch with, you're very much in touch with your daily reality of tending to get stuck in your mind as you move through all the shifts inside and around you. What they're saying is that this is in your nature, okay? This is how we regenerate. Regenerating not just ourselves, okay, but also how we're showing up, how we move, okay, how we feel, how we understand. So it's actually, they're saying don't try to confine the circulation of these thoughts and feelings to your mind. Don't confine them all to your head. Allow them to circulate through your body and your feeling. Lean into these things because that's how clarity regarding them is able to rise to the surface and be seen by you. Okay, so you feel and you see. You don't just feel and get stuck in looping thoughts about what to do about your feelings. You don't need to do that. You need to recognize your nature of a butterfly, which is to transform and to constantly reveal your beauty that you have not even seen and understood. Allow that process to unfold as you go. Okay? Allow yourself to become in all moments. Don't try to solve for them. Feel them and then open your eyes so that you can see them. That is, opening your eyes is in that shift of your perspective. Slightly look at yourself slightly differently in each moment. Be open, because you are revealing your environment at the same time that you are revealing yourself to you. You're not meant to stay in one place. And the movements, the touches, the experiences are what help you to feel which direction the wind can blow you in. Okay, you don't want to resist against the direction of the wind, because the wind is also assisting you to take you to the places that are going to reveal the parts of you and the parts of the world that you still want to experience. I've laid out the last 4 cards here. In your advice, I have river flow, which is confirming to allow yourself to constantly transform as you move through things. Trust each place you find yourself in as you go. Don't try to overcalculate what is around the bend, because you can handle that. Okay, and it can handle you. So you don't need to worry about what you need to become in order to handle what's around the bend. Okay, you are fully accommodated. This cloud imagination in your environment is also saying that all of your new and upcoming ideas and inspiration are in the process of becoming as they encounter you as you go. Okay, so it's very important that you allow yourself to flow through your experience so that the new can constantly be revealed to you. In the area of what you fear the most and what you desire the most, I have crystal quartz focus. This first is telling me that you want to feel like you are enough for all of these things, but you're worried that you're not. Okay, so I'm taking this from the comparison of, a crystal versus a diamond. Okay, remember that you are a diamond. Okay, you are also worried that all of these new experiences can then cause you to lose focus. Okay, it's as if you want to create a focus for yourself. You want to know where you're going. You want to get clear about where you're going. They're saying this is where you lose your sense of value and your sense of wonder and your sense of what can become of you and of your environment. Trying to focus too specifically in terms of where you're going. So you are over calculating what the experience needs to become rather than creating it in the present. Okay? So this focus, you need to shift it back to you and your present moment and bring it back from around the bend. Stop looking at what's around the bend and bring your gaze back to where you are now, and trust that the wind will blow you where you need to be. This feels very much about trusting yourself within whatever environment you're in. That's how this feels. It's about trusting your environment. And they very much want you to start trusting your environment. There's a sense of a lack of trust, a mistrust for your environment because of past experiences, and they're saying that's okay. That's in the past. You're a diamond. It really doesn't matter where you are. What matters is who you know yourself to be in those times. Okay? And remember that you can trade yourself. Not in the sense of giving yourself away for the wrong reasons. I mean, you can lend yourself out. Your essence, who you are, what you can do, holds value inherently. And in your outcome, I have lightning breakthrough, which for me, especially with the number 21, is bringing a great sense of closure in terms of who you actually are in the world and to yourself. The things that you can do, okay? It's also bringing a lot of tower energy here. It's bringing, you are about to seriously experience yourself so differently to how you are used to experiencing yourself. they're also bringing all of this perspective back into you for me, okay? I'm seeing you recognizing that this has always been about your perspective on yourself. It was never about others' perspective of you. Okay, so now I'm seeing you experiencing your time, your life, your space as you looking out into the world, but always remaining you looking out into the world. Okay, so you are in your own controlled environment, which needn't fear the external. It can rather appreciate the external because it is almost within its like bubble that cannot actually be burst and that can move around and be inspired and experience new places. Your experience of yourself and your life is about to change drastically and in the best way. I'm going to leave this here. I want to express my absolute appreciation for this community. To serve you is, it's just such a wonderful thing in my life, because I am able to just share what I feel is my gift with you, and for you to be receptive to what I'm sharing with you is a gift in itself. Should you wish to support the channel and can, in various ways, I've left details in the description box below on how. Sending you all so much love.